I am now bullish on ASST. That's right, my friends. I am now bullish on ASST. Once hypercritical, now I have flipped and I am bullish. Now, in today's video, we're discussing ASST under three different lenses: the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be doing a calorie breakdown. The what, we're going to be doing some stock analysis. The where, I'm going to tell you guys exactly where to get in and where to get out, and why I believe that this is a ticker that now at approximately $1 does have a lot of upside potential. Now, let's get into it. Now, ASST is a ticker which about 11 days ago, give or take, when the stock was trading at approximately $1.30, I came out with this video and I told you guys this.
Would be way closer to this dollar. So guys, where I would be a buyer would be way potential, but where I would be a buyer, I'm going to be honest with you guys, where I would be a buyer would be way closer to this dollar level. Would be way closer to this dollar level. And I'll tell you guys why.
Bam, right? Now, where's this ticker trading at right now? $1.08 with a bottom at 95 cents per share. Now, the reality is, guys, that I do actually see a lot more downside potential in the upcoming weeks based off of just how Bitcoin is trading and everything like that. But I do believe that this is a ticker which once again will be retesting this $1.25 levels in the future, which is approximately a 25% gains from the levels that the stock is sitting at right now. Now, you may say, Sam, that's small gains, that's nothing, blah, blah, blah. But my average is, anytime I come out with a video like this, someone's like, my average is $1.55. My average is $6, Sam. Okay, well, you know what, man? Sucks to suck. I'm joking, right? At the end of the day, right? It is what it is, right? And sometimes it's best to cut your losses and walk away. And we're going to be talking about exactly where do I see SST heading from here on out. We're going to be talking about the monthly targets. We're going to talk about the annual targets. We're going to be talking about the decade targets. So stay put, right? And hit that thumbs up button. Now, let's get to work. So when it comes to SST, first things first, where do I see it in the upcoming months? In the upcoming months, guys, I see it somewhere actually trading between this dollar level, let's just say this $1.15 level, all the way down to 75 cents. Now, this is one of those tickers which you want to accumulate slowly, okay? You don't want to go ahead and buy all at once. You want to accumulate, because ASST historically has shown us over and over again what it's capable of. It's capable of coming out with short squeezing news, meaning they're going to come out and announce some random bullshit and all the shorts are going to get jumped off the boat and it's going to squeeze all the way upwards massively. I mean, look at this. It ran from 418 to 19 bucks. Look at this move over here. It ran from 75 cents all the way upwards of $1.78. Now, it will have this move once again. This is not its first time. It ran from 50 cents to $10. Ran from $3 to $13. Ran from $3 to $10, right? Over and over and over again. This is a ticker which once it's on a downtrend, it's worth accumulating, okay? When no one's talking about ASST, you want to be accumulating. Now, the levels that I'm going to be accumulating is going to be around the dollar levels all the way down to the 75 cent levels, maybe potentially even down to the 50 cent levels. Because I'm here to tell you guys, right, this 50 cent level that it picked up and ran up from previously is going to be a major level of support for this ticker. And you're going to be lowering your average. And then when it gives us a pop for the test of $1 again, you're going to be selling for profits. That's the way to go about it, right? When it comes to people having red positions, oftentimes what happens is that they get stuck, right? I believe that when people see red in their positions, they always act out based off of three instincts: either fight, flight, or freeze, right? Now, freeze is when someone says, okay, I'll just wait and, by 2050, it will probably go back to $11 and I'll just sell at $11. That's freeze. Then we have fight. Fight is someone saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look where to average down and where to sell for the maximum amount of profits in order to minimize my losses so then can take that money and put it into the next trade. That's fight. Then we have flight. Flight is, hey, you know what, man? Trading's up for me. I'm out of here. I'm never going to trade again. That's flight. Out of those three, you sure as shit don't want to do flight, okay? Because flight is for fucking losers, A. Freeze is kind of, it's understandable. I get it. I know you already messed up. Now you're like, okay, well, the odds of me messing up again are probably higher. Like, I'm going to probably sell this stock, try to make my money back in something else, then lose money in that as well, then lose money. I understand, okay? I understand. Then we have fight, which is, it's the right way to go about it, man. It truly is the right way to go about it. And you got to understand that, even if you took an L over here, there's a lesson. There's a lesson to be learned, and the lesson is don't buy highly dilutive stocks when they are on a uptick, okay? So where do I see this ticker heading in the upcoming months? I see it once again around these levels. In the upcoming years, I see it actually going all the way upwards of potentially the $3.50 levels. I could see that happening for ASST. I think that, they do get a, Vivek Ramzami, whatever his freaking name is. What was his name again? Let me see. What's his name? yet, right? Vivek Ramzawi, he does get a lot of hate, right, when it comes to him being a scammer and everything like that, right? They call it scam Rawi, I think that's what they call him, which is pretty funny, right? But I think that at the end of the day, I do think that this is a ticker which is extremely oversold, and I think the reason why it's oversold is because the company is doing basically what I'm telling you guys to do, right? They're accumulating. What are they accumulating? They're accumulating Bitcoin. Now, when you look at Bitcoin right now is also in shambles. That's why I anticipate this sticker having more downside in the upcoming weeks. If you look at it, right, it literally just, it looks like it's going to be going all the way down to 90K, right? Potentially even freaking, 88K-ish levels, right? Which wouldn't be impossible right now the way it's trading right now. But overall, I think that we're in for a lot more red in the broader markets. That's why it's important for you guys to go about things slowly. Let's see if we actually get a break of 93K live over here. That would be pretty crazy. But, that's why it's important for you guys to go about things slowly, right? Let's go about things slowly and not go ahead and, overreact when you see red, and also not underact, right? Meaning that not just let the moment pass you by without taking action and actually slowly building an average in your favorite stocks like ASST. So that's my take, guys, when it comes to ASST. Again, in the upcoming years, I do see the ticker going all the way back upwards of the $3 to $4 levels. In the short term, I do see it heading back down to, the 50 cent to 75 cent range, maybe even, 75 cent, 50 cent to $1 range, with it having occasional spikes all the way upwards of $1.30 to $1.40. And those are the levels that I'm going to be playing for semi-short-term gains when it comes to swing trading, for something like maybe 20 to 40% gains, give or take. Now, if you guys want to know exactly when I'm buying stocks and get to trade alongside me every single day, check out our private community, which is right now on a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join. You heard that right, next 10 members. Why next 10 members? Because we want to promote the action, we want to reward the action takers, okay? That's why. And I'll tell you guys what it comes with. So first of all, right, it gives you guys access to all of our day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access, dividend stocks, crypto alerts, question and answer zone, everything like that, right? And we already have over 400 members. Wilson says, hi Sam, thank you for working on the community. My 7 days trial finished. It was great. I thank you for the membership this week. 7K in 7 days you brought in. We no longer do a 7-day free trial. Now we do a 2 weeks free trial, 14 days free trial, and a 30 days money back guarantee. No one else in the space is doing it. I'll tell you why no one else in the space is doing it. I'll tell you why. You know why? Because they want to charge you up front. They want to charge you up front, let you in the club, and if you hate the club, kick you out after. That's how these guys work. Us, we want you to come in, we want you to join the club, we want you to have a couple of drinks, we want you to have some fun, dance a little bit, make some money, and then if you like it, on your way out, not on your way out, hopefully you don't leave, but while you're there, you're like, hey, you know what, man, I'm going to stick around here. Here's my money. Here's my card. Take it, right? That's how we work, right? In fact, if we jump over here, literally on Friday, this is Friday 14th, Denver says, thanks Top Trader Sam and Top Trader Academy, 20% gains the last 30 days. I mean, who do you know that's seen green in their portfolio the last 30 days? Crazy. Ong says, my dog, I've been here for a week and y'all took care of me like we cousins. Thanks for all the patience and the private chat and helping me understand all this shit. At some last 5 days, 4K. The big boys with the cool toys says this again. Friday says, Pro Trader Jess, thanks for the tip and all the support. Also, yesterday's bull pick. Thanks for the conversation about this. We'll be checking the graph with you guys. Awesome, 50% plus gains in a single day. Bang, right? 16,000. We've been crushing it, man. We've been absolutely crushing it. Let me go over here. Chin Soul says, thank you, at Sam and the rest of the mentors. I've been here for almost 1 week, and not every day is green, but 100% more winners than losers. I've learned more here this week than the 7 months I've traded on my own. I'll be sticking around after my free trial, after my trial. 17% past week. We got my man over here saying, thank you, at Salmon, for creating. Maybe you guys can pause it and read all these. I mean, we've been crushing it, man. We've been absolutely crushing it. Again, 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Next 10 members, 50% discount. The action takers get the discount because they are the people that are going to succeed, right? Not the person that says, oh, Sam, I want to join, but I first need to ask my wife so my wife can ask her boyfriend if I have permission to join your free trial. It's a free trial. What am I going to tell you? Like, the fact that I even have to promote it without just saying, yo, it's a free trial, give it a shot. If you make money, come back from it. If you don't make money, leave. It shows how rare common sense is these days, right? Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Your boy Sam for Prop Academy.